Well, news broke recently of a $2 billion loss for J.P. Morgan Chase. The CEO, Jamie Dimon, telling shareholders the loss should never have happened. Why did it, and how can the banking industry turn itself around? Ron Kaufman is an author and CEO of Up Your Service. Good morning, Ron. Nice to have you here.
Good morning, Mary. Good to be with you.
Great to have you here. I'm wondering if you could explain, because I've heard some analysts talk about it, and I still don't quite get it. What went wrong for J.P. Morgan Chase, and how does it affect those of us who don't work on Wall Street?
Well, what went wrong is that many of the big banks in the industry have forgotten why it's fundamentally called financial service. Service is taking action to create value for someone else. And it seems that in many of the big banks, their focus is only on creating value for themselves. And so things have gotten a bit out of kilter there, and it's really important now that big banks get themselves back in line with serving communities, companies, and customers, not just aiming for the biggest bonus or the highest share price.
You've got some specific ideas about how the industry can turn itself around.
Right. Fundamentally, as I write in the book and on upliftingservice.com, companies need to go back to building a strong culture of uplifting service, which is taking action to create value for others. So rather than a culture of how much money can we make or what's in it for me, we really need to get these companies to go back to what can we be doing for you? You, our customers, you, the communities in which we work, you, the companies that we're providing banking services for. And building that culture is what's really, I talk about in the Uplifting Service book. That's what it's all about.
Right, and whether it's banking or any industry, I think recruiting the right people is pretty important too.
Yes, recruiting the right people is incredibly important, especially in banking, because naturally they're going to be attracting very bright people, but you also want people who have the right purpose, the right attitude, the right intention, and that is to make a strong contribution to the people that they serve, not just make big contributions to their own wallets or their pocketbooks.
Yeah, can we tackle the subject of oversight? You say allow more of it, right?
Well, there should be more oversight, and there should be a lot more leadership from the top, people who can really role model and walk the talk about providing uplifting service. So when you've got people at very senior positions in big banks who are talking about how much value are we creating for the communities in which we work, the companies we serve, the customers who do banking with us, then they're sending the right message. That's the right kind of top-level down message that needs to be brought back to the banking industry.
Yeah, well, a lot of people say it's the fox guarding the hen house. So, you know, what the answer is, I don't know, but we certainly didn't want to see a loss like this for such a big bank. Does it mean anything to me if I don't bank with them? What are the other effects, I guess, through real estate and some other industries throughout this country?
Right, that's a terrific question because every customer also has power. In other words, service is always a two-way street. We've got the service provider, but we also, as customers, have the ability to choose where are you going to be bringing your custom, where are you going to be bringing your business. And I think when all of us today take a stand and say, I'm going somewhere that provides good service to me, to my company, to my community, those companies that provide uplifting service will thrive, and those that have lost the plot will decline, as they should. Yeah. The banking industry really needs to get back to remembering that they're part of financial service. And service is taking action to create value for someone else.
Yeah, I know this isn't the only thing you tackle. You talk about service in all aspects, both for providers and for those of us as customers. Where can we learn more about you online, get your books, all that?
Right, well, the book is called Uplifting Service, and online it's upliftingservice.com. And what you said is very important. It's called government service, there's the educational service, foreign service, military service, even when people go to a religious service. So service is all around us. It's the thing that actually ties us together. And each of us every day has an opportunity to really act as an uplifting service provider or as an uplifting service customer.
Ron, it's great to have you here. Thanks for your time.
Pleasure to be with you.